Why do you think your followers, subscribers, why do they follow you? What? Because there's a lot of vloggers out there. We can get into. I follow Chad CV Media.
Yeah,
I like his content.
He's a good guy.
I really like his content.
Chad, come and do his show, man. He should talk to you.
Let's go, Chad. I got another girl that I met. Her name's Marta Selski. She's Polish.
Yeah.
Apparently, she knows Chad as well. I had a meeting with her. She's 30,000 subs, and she's on the island too. And,
Okay.
And then you have guys like Esquire.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've heard of him.
LJ.
Yeah, and then there's another couple here on the island called Maybella.
Richie and Maybella. Yeah.
Those are kind of the only ones that I'm aware of that I watched, and it seems they're doing well in the algorithm. But back to the question, it's what is it about your channel? And I'm sure you get this from your subscribers. Why do they watch you? What are you doing that's so unique that connects with them and keeps that retention and keeps them coming back?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know for sure. I certainly think editing the work I put into editing and my background. I had a bit of a background in editing in a previous in the early part of my film career. I did a stint as an on-set editor. Excuse me, the Leo's getting to me, but that.
If we need another, we'll get one in a second.
But that the editing,
yeah,
I think is key. I think. It's a lot more watchable when things move along quickly. And, you know, I'm not afraid to show my passion, like for Thailand and I know I've always loved making videos. So I think that there's a genuine passion that I have for the country of Thailand and for making silly videos and for just wanting to, you know, have someone watch that and be like, crack a smile and have a nice thought and maybe remember something about Thailand themselves. I think that connects with people that love Thailand.
Either they've been here, you know, they live here, or they want to come here. There's some sort of connection to that.
Yeah.
And for the ones that have been here and cannot travel during these times, you know, it's that feeling. It's very nostalgic. Oh, I remember that road. I mean, I see you were living on what, 23, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 23.
Sorry, 23.
23. And yeah, I'm sure everyone's been there. So when they're filming, it's like, you know, you bring them back to that experience like people have with smells and tastes. You're doing this visually, essentially.
Yeah, and at the same time, immersing into the country, right? Like, which actually other people do that as well. Like, I'm certainly not alone in that regard, but it's what I enjoy most about it. It's not just like beautiful, like I said, video postcards, beautiful drone shots of Chawang, and this is this and this is that, and then it's just like that's Chawang or something. It's more like with a guy here on the side of the road, you know, selling whiskey, and what are you pouring it into a coconut, and then what's going? Okay, but like this is like, let's immerse ourselves in this country,
which I think can only be done by living here, and because you get many travel vloggers that come through, but they're going to show you the big Buddha, Koh-Phi-Phi,
48 hours in
postcards. Yeah. But I think for me personally, why I started watching you, number one, it's the flow and the editing is done very well. And I didn't realize you came from a media background. Now, when I watched Chad, that's why I watched Chad, because he comes from a media background.
Sure.
So I said, this is why his content works so well.
Yeah.
And it's very, now we are not vloggers. We don't want to be vloggers. We want to focus on this. But after watching, like, getting into this and watching yours and Chad's, I go, there's not a chance we could be that creative and have that editing skill at that level. Because the way, like, watch, again, yours or Chad's, the cuts, the flow, it's nonstop, it's engaging, and it's a 10-minute video, and the next thing you know, it's done.
Yeah.
Other vloggers, you can see, they don't have the same flow. So I think as a fan, because again, I'm saying I'm watching it during lunch, I think it's quite interesting that it's very authentic, and you're kind of showing the lens of an expat in Thailand outside of the typical spots, very off the beaten path, and you're doing things that are different that maybe an expat would actually do living here. Like, for example, you did a video I watched this one today. I thought it was interesting, where you went to Mark Wiens to visit the Pad Kapow guy and eat that food. But like, that's something so unique that a vlogger traveling here, that's just not something they're going to do.
Yeah.
And even though it's so simple, it's being immersed in that journey. Okay, now we're going down the street and pointing things out along the way and building us up to what's about to happen of that experience. And anyway, that's from me as a viewer.
I love to hear it, because the goal of my channel is to hopefully allow people who love this country. And, I came to Thailand every year since 94 and 15 years in, but I came for 2 weeks at a time, and I went to the same spots, and and my view on Thailand was very limited. And then so it strikes me like I'm probably not the only one. There's probably thousands and thousands of people who come to Thailand for their vacation every year, and and see the same things. And so for me to start cracking open and peeling the layers of the onion back for myself, and to share that with people, to hear that that's connecting with people like you, like I want people to know that it's there, and to then come and start experiencing it themselves. And that's like the whole goal of the channel, is people can come and start to get out of their comfort zones and into some back alleys that they might have previously, for whatever reasons, not explored.
Yeah, I think it's interesting about it, it's that most of these off the beaten path experiences, it can only come from word of mouth, meaning you show up at Koh Samui, you go to the bar, and you meet a local, and he's going to tell you the off the beaten path stuff. But you're delivering that like digitally and internationally. So these people that aren't even here yet, they don't need to go to the bar, land here, figure shit out. They can kind of just watch your YouTube and find a lot of things that they would have no idea even exist.
Yeah, which is awesome,
No,
right? To me, like that's the power of this world we're living in now. This connected world has tons of positives, tons of negatives, but the power of it's crazy. Like you're saying, it's like that's a great analogy, man. I'm like that guy in the bar who says, "Have you heard about this just over there? Like, you should check that out." Like the person who told you to go to the Gibbon experience.
Same thing.
It's to be able to do that. Yeah, it's
on a digital platform
it's wild.
That's pushed out.
It's wild.
No,